I just want to ask if Water don't use my time yet on this. You make him, after the meeting, you make him touch that, I just happened to pick up USA Weekend. They were doing research about how to maintain longevity. How can people live longer? So what they found out was after 60 years of atomic bombing in the Pacific Ocean, none of the corals got affected by the nuclear radiation. Now that's I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's very, very crucial. My point is, với supply nhưng trong supply của công ta miền cá chui được đó đôi chỉ ở đây nuclear đó cả miền cá được phải tranh cancer, ok? Ở đây supply mà tôi dùng vùng miền cancer sam sai how 60 năm. Right now, there's something's happening that we just found out. This newspaper just put out. The coral nó mai cái áo sải nhá, sải hot miên passport dollar and cancer. So maybe what I'm trying to say is the paradox is maybe this group here, we are immune to get Cambodia off the cancer thing. Okay? Anyway, that's a sidetrack, but this is a true story. Huh? Oh, man. I need another thing before I start my presentation, but that's okay. As you can see, can you move up a little bit? No, it's going to hard because I need to go right now.
I didn't turn it on.
Thank you. I'm so sorry, but I need to click it without it. I won't win. That one looking down to the number with it, and I look at the polar eye. I can cut my thing. Polar. He came up with the best idea to get a different nationality. It's going to be less than 5 minutes. Doesn't cost you anything. You don't even know how to have English. So what he designed was a magic restroom. Nobody's laughing. By the way, guys, if I'm telling a joke, we need to laugh on my channel, okay? No, but there's more. The magic toilet is that b.ung kpnc number 2 trên máu dương được Khmer tại right? Tại b.ung Khmer của b.ung toilet dương trên máu. But number 1, you change.
And the great city of Lynn. I am humble, and please allow me to thank each and every one of you for allowing me to be here today. And this is amazing, and it's the first time for me to participate in this beautiful and energetic people here. But you know, my presence today here is very unlikely. As you know, I'm a very shy man, and there are very few words, but I will try my best. Okay. People already told me that I should not get involved in politics because I'm too shy, I'm too quiet, and too naive. They said politics only for those who like to talk and even know to manipulate. But I see it differently now because I was quiet. I'm still quiet, actually, but I try because I've been in the office for 6 years now. I should be able to to get something out of it. And yeah, I'm honored to be elected as the first Cambodian as the first Asian American in the city of Lem and Boun Rithipol 6 years ago. Yes. 6 years ago, when Boun became important so what they said, right? Boun said, and Boun introduced me, Boun encouraged me, Boun support me, and Boun endorsed me. So I really appreciate that very much. I was born in a poor family in Cambodia, just like many of us here. And I've been through the struggle. I've been through the Khmer Rouge, like millions of other people. And my mother died when my youngest brother was only 2 weeks old, because she died from overworking. They forced her to work. I was only 7 years old myself back then, and my second brother also died a few weeks later. It was hard for me after he passed, because I was the one who was assigned to find food for the family. He died when I was in the rice field, looking for crabs and collecting snails to feed the family. So I didn't have a chance to see for the last time, because they took him away after he passed, just like they did to my mother. And very sadly, my mother always, when she was alive, always had a dream that I was brave, because I was always scared, quiet, and afraid to argue with anyone. So they always push me around and always cry and scare everybody. But she dreamed that I was brave. But all I imagined myself that ride a bicycle to go to school just like other children. Because in my village, only a few people who were able to own bicycles to go to school, and I had that dream, but I never had a dream. I never had the chance to go to school. And of course, when the Khmer Rouge collapsed in 1975, I was separated to the other side of the country with other children, making fertilizers, digging canals, and building dams, just like many other people here. And then when the Khmer collapsed, when the Khmer collapsed, I escaped to Thailand, lived in a refugee camp, and not just one, so many camps. I lived at the children's center called the Orphanage Center, because I was an orphan. I lived there for 2.5 years. I arrived in the United States on October 29, 1982, living in South Hadley, Western Massachusetts, with my foster family. I attended a Catholic high school, and later went to the University of Massachusetts. And after college, I was asked to go back to Cambodia to work for a non-governmental organization, or NGO, and later joined the United Nations Development Program, helping the new Cambodian budgets, education, and tourism. I also found an international language center taught over 800 local students in Cambodia. During the coup d'etat of 1997, as you know, I came back to America and lived in Lowell back then, and was teaching immigration and U.S. citizenship to the newcomers who live in Lowell, work for the CMA back then, for part-time. Then I met my wife, Tara, who's here with us, and we got married. Actually, we met at a friend's graduation party in Boston, and we got married, and we moved to live in 1998. We met on Valentine's Day, and we bought our first home in that city, and we call that city our home ever since. And we have 2 wonderful children who are here, Anna and William. William take picture right now. And so thank you for the support. 2011, I decided to run for politics because of the encouragement from close friends and family, and got elected because not because of me, because so many people wanted diverse representation in our city. And I got elected because Moderator, because of my family, because of our wonderful people who behind me. And I work on myself as well. But as you know, run for politics or run for any public office is not easy. It's very hard, and can be very, very intimidating sometimes. But in the end, it is rewarding. You don't know. I got intimidated so many times. People just boo at me and said, "You go home. You're not belong here." This is real. And my son got burned and missing all the time. I cried and I said, "Why the hell am I doing this? You know, I'm not deserving to be like this. I just want to go to work and get up in the morning, go to work, and come back home to my family. Why should I give all this?" You know? I was so angry at myself. I was angry at people who asked me to run, but you know, because of this intimidation, because of this harassment, because people would close the doors when they saw me approach their home. I worked hard, and I said to myself, I must work smart, like the doctor said. I must work smart. And make me smart and make people around me have to find me to work smart to overcome this obstacle. And we did it. And yeah, it got a little emotional, I'm so sorry. And after I got elected, I saw this need that not our city have the equal opportunity for everyone here. Because there's still a small group still control the city. I don't want to say the word white, but unfortunately the history, 156 years of history of them, only the same group control the city. And when I got elected, it was shocked. It was shocked. No one ever thought of happening. The man who nobody knew, only took us for 4 months to run. But yeah, so I created the first human rights commission in our city because I saw there's a need for that. But people, especially this, the elected officials and this official in the city was kind of a little bit nervous because they did not get used to that diverse representation and they were not ready for changes in the city government. Therefore, I had to go to the people. So I had to go to people to sell my ideas. And because the demand from the public was so great, and some elected officials who wanted to change, so the city council had no other option. They were forced to pass the amendment, and the mayor, who was so against me, had to sign it into law. Now we have 12 capable, effective, and amazing commissioners who serve other cities proudly, and everyone have the chance to participate in the political process. And I see that so many minorities are doing that as well. And for that, you know, I know that both my parents are dying right now, but they are watching me now with great pride, with all of us as stand here. And I also want to stress this. I owe a great debt to people who've been here, who struggled to come here before me and led the way for me to follow. And we are here united today and to celebrate the greatest of our communities. Because like Dr. said, we have to work together. We cannot divide. That's why we are here. And I'm so proud to be here with you because of that. And as you know, because this country is such a great country, we have the Constitution who guarantees us the right to live, equal right to everyone, the pursuit of happiness, and not afraid when we hold a meeting like us, not afraid of authorities coming knock the door and see what we're doing. So that's why we are so free. And we want the same thing in our country. And I want to call able to remind our people in Cambodia, they have the choice. They have the choice. Cambodian Constitution guarantees everyone to live free and fair and have the chance to live their lives, just like us here. Let them know that they have the choice to choose their leaders next year who can represent them and who understands the ideal of Cambodia, just like we do. Because we are here, doesn't really ignore them. Every day I watch the news and say, but that's not much we can do, but saying that is wrong. Yes, we can do. We can do better by working hard, by spread the word to people over there. And you know, people are very smart in Cambodia, not very smart, because the technology and the gathering like this today, they can hear us. And the technology today can be the great weapon to eradicate the ignorance and promote democracy and human rights. So that's the power we have, like Twitter, like Facebook, and among others. And we are people from France, from the United States. We have the choice to educate them, to empower them to do what they are doing. And I know my time was up. Okay, I would like to make a final. Today, as I stand here, I'm proud to stand here and knowing that this summit will bring a positive change, and change for good, because we believe in that. And I want to thank you again from the bottom of my heart for the invitation, and may the Lord be there and God bless you. Thank you.
I was contemplating about what to say for the next 15 minutes yesterday or today to make it more valuable time for you all. And I came up with something that I want to say. And I thought it was good. But then I listened to Dr. Prof speak, and I said, you know what? It means nothing that he said, because he said everything that we need to do. And I feel it, and I believe, and I agree with everything that he said. It's very rare that I do that, but I do. Let me, in the next 10 minutes or so, let me just offer some micro, not macro, President, offer the macro, the framework. So I'm going to offer a little micro ideas about helping Cambodian Americans to do their part, to do our part to help Cambodia. There are many things. I want to do it in a couple of ways. One, I want to begin with a couple of quote citations, of course, and a little personal stuff. Then I'm going to share with you a little bit of sort of semi-personal, but also I hope that you can take something out of them. And then the third piece, which is the thing that you want me to do, and I'm going to offer you idea on how to be involved in our political environment here, or political environment in the U.S. that will be beneficial to Khmer and Khmer in Cambodia. I know that my fellow panelists made an assertion that every time when we elected a Republican president, Cambodia is good. I like to disagree, but that's kind of me. But I'm going to share with you this one quote, and fortunately from a Republican president too, but I'm not going to name here. So a former U.S. president once said to his presidential staff something like this: there are a lot of people out there who hate us because of our political belief. Those people will never win. But the minute we start hitting them back, we lose. So keep that in mind. Unfortunately, this president also responsible for, in part, the genocide in Cambodia. Right. And I know we have about 300,000 Cambodian Americans in the U.S. This is from Census 2010. You know, there might be more that we did report, but officially it's around 300,000 Cambodian-Americans in the United States. Okay. I was once asked by one of the Khmer leaders, well, not personally asked, that, you know, if you have 1,000 Cambodian-Americans who love Cambodia, and then make a donation to my political party, $1,000 each, then we would have collected, what, $100,000? But we don't have that 1,000 Cambodians who love Cambodia. You know, and I say to my table, I said, you know what, I think he get that mixed up. I can bet that among 300,000 Cambodian Americans who live in the United States, I can bet every one of them, maybe not quite, maybe 290,000 of them, love Cambodia. They just don't agree with the thing the other leaders do, and that's why they don't join, they don't donate money to. Simple as that. Okay? So let me also say this, that political hatred, vengeance, and extreme ideology killed more than 2 million lives in Cambodia in 1975-79. I know I lost my sister, I lost my brother, I lost my uncle families, I lost my cousins, and I lost a lot. And I'm one of the lucky ones to survive to be here to tell you that story. I'm not reading from any place, anywhere. So for someone come here or go over there and tell me that I should make this as political, that you know, when Cambodia, where at least my family was freed in 1979, and I should be grateful to those who freed us at that time. What kind of Cambodian is there? The Cambodians are grateful to people who actually help us. And that is because those people who come to help us, there is a political agenda. What you tell me, what country on earth that go out and do something for other countries without any motive of political agenda or national interest? Then I can submit myself to you. Because the reason I get hardly because it is personal. It is personal, right? So I'm sorry. But I also want to say to you too that I think we have a lot of leaders in this room. We work so hard. I know you work so hard because I get email from you asking others to join, to plan, to come to the meeting. I know you all work hard. I don't doubt you work all hard. But you know what? Leadership is no longer about the privilege, but it is about responsibility and accountability. What have you done? Results. What have we done? What have I done to further the advancement of Cambodian interest in Cambodia, if that's our focus? And you know, yesterday I was going to show a DVD, but somehow there's one quote in the DVD that leadership is looking at your weaknesses first, not others. And before looking at others, Gaffar, he also talked about it today, that look at our weakness, because that's the thing we can do, you know. But also, I have a son and a daughter. My daughter just graduated from University of Virginia, the major in, guess what? In politics, media study, and English. But she doesn't really like what's going on in Washington DC right now, but she's over 18, so she can live the life. Right? But I have my son, who just graduated from high school. First, in his high school, class valedictorian, a class of 750 students. He is the first one, and he gave a speech at his graduation. The first thing he did was to acknowledge his root, Cambodian. And I said, well, you want to say Cambodian American? I said, no, I want to say Cambodian. And he acknowledged his mom. And I think that kid can go a long way and very far. I also happy to report to you too that he is going to be attending Princeton University this fall. And he He told me that if any Cambodian parents or students that want to talk to him about idea or way or tips to apply for Ivy Leagues, he can provide the tips and idea from his perspective. It might not be everything, okay? So contact me, contact him, okay? Also, he's a good speaker, so he'll give speeches. So one thing.
Just use one. Just use your first page.
Okay, well, again, I have something to say. Well, I want to be respectful of the facilitator and the time, so let me do this. So, you know, every time when we have a meeting, that we want to do something, they have something, someone, I always ask the question, and then you know that, what can we do? You know, with what we have, or with what we don't have, right? So, now I'm going to share with you what we all can do. First, vote. Vote. You all can go and vote. Vote somebody in here, from the city council, or vote somebody out when they don't serve the best interest of your family or your community. You must vote. Now, we talk a lot about having a fair and good elections in our homeland, right? I'm not sure that we have an agreement on what it looks like. For a starter, let me suggest this. This thing you can do. Volunteer in your home precinct to serve as an election officer. You learn how we conduct election here. Boun she is an election officer in my county. Right? And it's a good process. And it's good. And you all can go to your county website and fill out application and serve. Second, you know, when you vote based on whatever you vote, but keep in mind that, you know, what's in there for you, your family, what you want to do, what you want, you know. I have a story here. You know, and we all, the people in Washington DC area know that I am a Democrat, but what they don't know that I'm not a Democrat, I am a liberal. It's a little bit different. Okay? So, and then we have you know, our good friend, Cambodian friend, you know, every so often when I see him, you know, I'm not going to name him here, he always come to me and say, hey, I'm sorry, I voted for Republican. I might respond to him, I always say, no, don't be sorry to me. But the question is this, did they know that you voted for them? Second, did they give you anything or you get anything out of it? Did you get your own blood of Cambodian vote for them? That's what it is. It doesn't matter, Republican or Democrat, ask that question, okay? Let's see here. And also, in addition to voting, appointment to the political office. I know that when Donald Trump got elected, 6 months ago, it seems like so long ago, right? Right? And I, as Cambodian Americans, as a liberal, I send a message out, and for the purpose of having Cambodia to be part of, for whatever political party, that, hey, you know, if anybody interested in being part of this political administration, Trump administration, let me know, because I've done it through Clinton administration, so I can provide you some ideas and process as to go about doing that, right? So, and that's my last point. Thank you very much. I mean, it sounds good in theory when you say opinion or random opinion is anybody can have it, but thoughtful, based on facts, based on research, it's hard to find. We simply do that. I do that sometimes. So what can I do? My part to change that. Okay,
thank you. I don't profess to have all answers for you, but I can say this. Luckily, critical thinking can be taught, can be learned. There are plenty of books. There are plenty of schools you can go. You start, I give you a long list of what thinking entails. You cannot, to begin with, you cannot just stop asking questions. So if you start asking questions, let me say this. You ask one question, you ask two, you ask three, you ask four, until you have a lot of answers. All these answers, you pick the best one. What can you do? You can start listening. You can start thinking, observing, analyzing, calculating, comparing. You know, and there are only let me say, only two things that you should deal with. What is relevant? What? When I put it close to me, I can't hear myself. But anyway, okay. The important thing is for you guys to hear, not for me. There are only two things that you need to think about when you deal with an issue. What is relevant and what is essential. And sometimes you can go further. What is indispensable to the matter at hand? Deal with that. When we speak of flowers, we deal with different types of flowers. And you don't ask questions about cow, about satellite. Just stay with what is relevant. Only what is relevant. And if you go outside of that realm of relevancy, then we have a different can of worms.
We don't have a lot of time, so question make it short, and panelists try to make your answer. Professor Gaffar, Peang-Meth, and Bunnareth. Some people Professor in the year during about Thomas, the town of Southman to Lombe, how could you have the Pennsylvania with younger kids of like the town, but if you show by the law, it's so. Một professor thật ra và sinh viên kết cục của nó đi trong các nước tu tới trong sự công khai tại trong số thị xã kỳ gì chẳng mẹ tới những trong tăng dòng của chúng tế thật ra một số bài ấy đầm bay thật là cao thì như trường mua của em con đưa người ta sắp chia ở đây thì ba con phần ngăn chơi lo nặng ra nhưng trong chui dòng mấy thì tại trong sự không là na mà chui dạng nhân con là mà chui lên ngôi cò như vừa với cả thì mình sebagai yang solo Bunnareth kemudian kita staf kontak pusat Sri staf muda dan yang kita oleh NATO ini Trafo sebagai kandang yang lain semua yang semua video tersawa tentang yang
I'll make it short. Cambodia và Thọ Mặt Máu Cambodia lúc sang mình sẽ là được mình xem được. Có phần cái trong biên chữ nước và vậy là lúc biên sang cần thời mai đứa người biên này bọt thò môi người biên chắc nước môi cái khả. Let me say this. Many people like to be free riders instead of becoming an actor. But back home, ông trẻ đây để quay sang và ba con nó vào chui nữa bánh hạ sự thất sự thuộc dơ ta chắc là chui lúc có mình luôn là vừa vây này chúng tôi nhóm đường vừa vây nữa phía xa thiên nặng rộng lệ hiểm xua luôn hiểm vừa vây đào xa nhóm về miền phố mà xiềng tổ xiềng dịchរឿង democracy រឿង human rights រឿង justice វាចេះតែកើតឡើងនៅមុខទៀតតាំងពីខ្ញុំរៀន high school នៅក្នុងអាមេរិករហូតដល់top យើងកុំចាំប្របាទធម្មមកកុំចាំស្ដាប់សកូនស្ដាវចុះមកជួយយើងនឹងហៅពីប្របាទធម្មយើងនឹងហៅពីសាច់សក់សាច់សកូនស្ដាវខ្ញុំធ្វើឲ្យមួយដើម្បីជួយស្រុកទេស្រុកខ្មែរក៏អមចូលដល់មានលឺមួយចំនួនពីលោកបានសដែរតែយើងរួមដៃគ្នាធ្វើស្អីមួយអស់ពីធ្វើស្អីមួយបង្កើតគណៈកម្មការគ្រប់គ្រងស្អីមួយពេលនេះតាម75ដល់79យើងចូលស្រុកគណៈកម្មការគ្រប់គ្រងត្រូវគ្រប់គ្រងស្អីមួយគ្រប់គ្រងប្រឆាំងនឹងអ្នកណាដែលគេចូលស្រុកយើងវាខុសពីបាក់យើងមិនអត់ចង់បានយើងខ្ញុំសួរខ្លួនខ្ញុំអញធ្វើការថាគួរមានងគីឡូយកមកគិត imagine មើលបើខ្ញុំចេះអស់ពីអស់បាត់ក៏ប៉ុន្តែនឹកឃើញដែរយីបើយើងនាំវាកើតអ្នកឲ្យចិត្តឲ្យ positive នឹកឃើញដែរអស់លើខ្ញុំអស់ពីសពអាមេរិកទៅដល់ជាដែរមកហើយហើយគេនាំគ្នានិយាយថាគាត់គ្មានអាមនុស្សអាសរនេះសពមនុស្សវត្តទឹកបៃញ័រណាវត្តទៅដល់ក្នុងព្រៃក៏កើតដែរអាម៉ាស៊ីននឹងនៅយ៉ាងច្រើនបាន3ខែយើងនិយាយលោកអាម៉ាស៊ីនទៅខ្ញុំនៅ9ឆ្នាំ
So we don't have to Cambodia to ban all people in place. So we give us only 5 minutes to try to get the best out of it. Because as quick as possible, it's a 10 minutes. I want some hand from the lady, if all possible. I want to change the hand from the lady. Please raise your hand.
Cambodia Department of Defense, so everyone knows the last part. But you can go by, line of ground piece like this. I will review that code and all the timeline. The Penang Union code don't meeting. Penang Union strategy meeting in Matamai behind one. I put a lot of thought in there, so but I need the whole group. Not here, this is not appropriate. It's too common. I review my companies.
ซึ่งខ្មែរ99ចិត្ត9%យើងមកទីរបស់គ្នាซึ่งខ្ញុំសេចក្ដីខ្ញុំមកពីកាណាដាបានមកជាប្រធាននៃសហគមន៍គណៈកម្មការនៃសិទ្ធិបោះឆ្នោតរបស់ពលរដ្ឋខ្មែរនៅក្រៅប្រទេសខ្ញុំមានកិត្តិយសដែលចង់ជួយជំរុញវាគ្មិន4នាក់មានដុកទ័រ Gaffar ពីPeang-Meth ដែលជាអ្នកស្រាវជ្រាវដែលគួរទីគោរពរបស់គ្នានៅទីនេះផងដែរខ្ញុំចង់សួរថា Professor និយាយថាយើងកុំថតនឹងថតនិយាយថាកុំចេះតែនិយាយអត់ធ្វើយើងត្រូវបកបកគឺយើងត្រូវធ្វើឬក៏ជួនកាលយើងនិយាយថាថតបកយើងត្រូវនិយាយផងធ្វើផងខ្ញុំចង់ចាប់អារម្មណ៍ថាក្នុងការធ្វើរបស់នេះតើអ្វីដែលជាអតិភិបបច្ចុប្បន្នសម្រាប់ខ្មែរយើងនៅក្រៅស្រុកដើម្បីជួយដល់ខ្មែរក្នុងស្រុកព្រោះពួកខ្ញុំកំពុងតែចង់ឲ្យយើងទាំងនេះចូលរួមការបោះឆ្នោតខ្ញុំឃើញនៅ Washington DC នេះគេ say pay tax without representation គឺយើងបោកតាក់ដោយមិនមានកំណានៅ Washington DC នេះហើយយើងខ្មែរនៅក្រៅប្រទេសយើងជួយដល់ខ្មែរច្រើនទាំងលុយទាំងកាក់ទុកតែយ៉ាងខ្ញុំថាការចូលរួមផ្នែកនយោបាយការចូលរួមបោះឆ្នោតនេះជាគោលការណ៍សំខាន់ខ្ញុំចង់ជួយទៅបាទសូមអរគុណបាទ So clay
xua vế xoay về về là hai sông sông về phương đây là một dương là trần phương nâng còn trăm kia phương dương là điều tự trị thì mình có ba con một dương này phương tử khơi xây không cài rồi tại là cài phương dương quân phải chống sao nữa chống sao là thì miền là Nam mà lại không thế không chụp luôn miền trời smart strong cho mũi phương dương cài mình cài bật phật chụp phật bật chuột chụp chuột anh bật đi chụp cài sao trên khơi chẳng thôi
xin lỗi em cứ xong điểm quân lô buổi tối ta chốt mấy giờ du lịch chân Khmer dương nước khai tới chi politician rồi có cho luôn cả nghe ở Washington ta so chốt mấy về chi chân con Khmer dương nước chắc ở ram luôn cả nghe ở Washington.
Thank you for the question. First, when they turn 18, Vietnamese from right and up, George more functional, can do online, DMV, or in person. The B, get involved. They can be close now, the council, the state election, get involved. The B, build coalition to Bouy and other Asian American organizations or other Cambodian American organizations. So, George Moore, but they just go ahead to watch out too. And get involved in the campaign, volunteers, a lot of volunteer opportunity from local all the way to presidential. And then work with our Asian American organization. We have APA vote in DC, OCA, a part of my organization. They all do a lot of voting participation and public policy.
Thank you. Now each panelist will have 1 minute to do a closing remark. You can use whatever you want with that 1 minute. Dancing, you use whatever you want.
I make up. I learn from others. I learn. Number one, think. Number two, act. Number three, you become. That's what you should do. Think, act, become. So start thinking and then do. You don't know what to do? Make up a room. Sweep the floor in front of you. It's clean. You think, you act. What are you acting? What would you like to become? Nhóm trong thân, hà ta đáp lửa ở trong phương ấy tiết nâng phương